Hello everyone. Wow, this is gonna be pretty big, I imagine. Well, I'm gonna blow it out of proportion, so don't freak out too much. But I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm gonna be moving towards reactions and first impressions and just revisitings, and by that I mean like I might do a first impressions on a game that might be really old, you know? Like PlayStation 1 games, or maybe games I never got to try. Just first impressions, but more broader than just what's coming out now. I'll be doing this mainly because it lines up perfectly with what I wanted Loopy's Little Plays and No Filter to be. I wanted to do Let's Plays and pursue my own content, but in the YouTube climate right now, it's literally impossible. I always try to keep it real with you guys and maybe even reveal some things that I probably shouldn't reveal. But I just like to keep it real, so this is what this is for. So I'll be completely honest with you. This change will allow more exposure to the channel. I mean, look at these video views compared to the content I normally make. I spend literal days editing my gaming videos, my Let's Play videos. Even the ones that don't look that edited, like, you know, my 25-minute episodes, even those have like 30, 40 cuts, maybe, you know, some music in somewhere, some audio adjustments, even stuff like that. It's never raw files from me. I used to do that. I used to do what other Let's Players do. Like, I think even the Rad Brad does like maybe one cut every 6 videos. And that's because obviously, you know, they all come out just fine. It's exactly what he wants them to be. I'm not saying he's lazy or anything like that. I'm just saying I do put a lot more time into each individual video. That's why I can't just bomb up 14 episodes or something a day. But I can literally spend 1 hour. And this is what I did. Those trailer reactions that have been going up recently, I could spend 1 hour and make like 6 of them. They take, even when I fully edit them, as I do, they have their cuts, their edits, their stuff like that, little things here and there. Those take maybe 40 minutes to edit and then about 40, 50 minutes to render, because I'm rendering them in 4K, going back to that old little trick. But I can record those back to back. I recorded, I think, 6 or 7 of them back to back. I've scrapped 2 of them. One of them was a mistake, just accidentally. It was on the list, but I didn't realize it was a re-release. It's been out for ages, and yeah, scrap that one. And the other one was an accident. I made a video on a little RPG game called Outward. It was actually quite funny. I'm kind of sad. And my hard drive was full, so I didn't realize that it didn't save. So I deleted the footage because, you know, I thought I made the video. I checked back, and the video was corrupt because it actually ran out of space while rendering it. Long story short, that's gone. Sad face, but it's whatever. It's no massive loss. I wanted to pursue this idea anyway, you know. I wanted to do more trailer reactions because I saw the views they were getting, and I was like, what the hell? And then something clicked in my head. I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. I'll talk about that more in a sec. But I'm basically just upping the priority on No Filter. Like, you know, it's gaming, and then, you know, gaming and Tall and the Small, like here, probably neck and neck, and then montages like here. And then No Filter was like here. They were on request basis. But I'm basically just taking the No Filter and bringing it up to here, above Let's Play and Tall and the Small. Which, by the way, I'm seeing Connor in about 2 hours. It is 5:41 AM. Yes. I'm going to be doing a bunch of PS1 games today, and I'm so happy to put him through it because I know he's going to hate it. I don't think Connor would survive going back to older games now. It's so funny. Also, don't get me wrong, this isn't a change specifically for views. Don't see this as a grab for views because I'm still doing just as much gaming as I would have been anyway. Even right now, I'm rendering a CSGO montage, so nothing's changing. I'm just also gonna make an effort myself more to do more reaction trailers as well as my gameplay stuff. So basically, now I've got my groove back. I'm basically upping the schedule again. I'm going back to super hard work. What can I say? It's just me. But I wanted to move more towards the Call Me Kevin style, my Loopy's Little Plays. I wanted to move more towards that and first impressions videos because I'm still doing Resident Evil. I know I'm on the last legs now. I just got to finish this one hardcore run. But I'm still doing Resi 2. It's been 2 months. Loads of games have dropped. Loads of games. I don't have the money to have the consoles to buy them all, but there are some games that have come out recently that I would have wanted to play, and I just can't find the time. So moving towards first impressions videos, like I did mention this in my last 2 think boxes, I think, but I want to turn it so I play 1 episode of a game and make it a first impressions video, maybe. If it's a game that I've played in the past, like Metal Gear as an example, then it'll probably be a Loopy's Little Play. that will turn into a let's play. I don't know what I'd do with that. But the point is, I want to be able to make a first impressions video, which will basically be like part 1 of a let's play secretly, but it's first impressions. And then I'll say at the end of the video, you know, if you want to see me play more of this game, I'll do more. And if nobody asks for more, then I won't. And it'll just stay as a first impressions video. That way, even whether I expand on it or not, it's a complete package, you know? But the games list grows daily. Like, not just with your requests, but it just grows daily as more games come out that I'm excited for, or I wanted to see. And with the amount of time I spend editing videos, it's just piling and piling and piling, and there's nothing I can do to get rid of it. Because I know the next game I go on to, I'm going to spend like a few weeks on and another month on, because I have a level of quality that I want to reach. But I know Let's Plays in their current climate are about doing them as fast as you possibly can. And it's just not going to happen. It's not the way I like to do things. So to be clear, I'm not replacing anything. No series are going away. I'm just changing the priorities up and down the ladder a little bit, you know? And even all the years I've been doing this, I've had so many strategies and ideas and just ways to, you know, help gain an audience. It's just so damn difficult. But I've learned through the 2 booms that I've had, which was SCP and Fortnite, I've learned that I want to definitely make sure that I'm making content that I really support and can stick with, because it didn't work out either of those 2 times. I got stressed by the demand because it wasn't making me happy what I did. I just happened to be first for both of those things. Well, I don't know if I did SCP first, but I definitely was dedicated the most to it. I did like 15 runs of SCP-087-B, and people kept coming back for it. 2012, my god. But both of those audiences are gone. You know what I mean? They moved on because I didn't want to do it anymore. And that's not the kind of audience I want to grow. I want to grow an audience that enjoys the content I make, rather than just watching for a specific reason. So I've been experimenting as much as I can to try and make content that has the reach that these popular things have, but also is as close as possible to the content I actually want to make. So that way people don't feel so alienated when I actually switch to the content that I want to make once I've gained an audience. Because when I did, as an example for what I mean here, when I did Fortnite, I got massive for covering news and updates, which was just simply about bringing information forward. I was the middleman. I was their go-to source for the news and updates, and that's not what I wanted to do. I couldn't inject my personality into that, which is the kind of content I want to make. It doesn't make me happy, or it doesn't, you know, it doesn't fulfill me to make content where I'm just delivering information. It's not me. It's not me. And as you can see by the comments I get all the time, like this one, I actually get these all the fucking time, of people saying like, oh, your channel's irrelevant, your subs to views don't add up, I don't get what you stopped doing Fortnite. I didn't enjoy it, and I stick to my word on that. I'm not like, you know what I mean, I'm not going to sell myself short like that. That kind of motivates me, in a way, when I get those comments, because it reminds me that those people were only there because I was like a news shill. Those people didn't care about my content at all. They just wanted to see the news and updates and the patch notes. They completely abandoned the very moment that I stopped doing Fortnite. And you know what? First of all, I want to say that's not attacking any form of following or anything like that. I completely understand. If I'm not delivering you what you want to watch, you don't watch it. I get that. This isn't like, you know, some self-esteem thing here. And I do want to say, for a lot of the people that found my Discord and joined my Discord during that time, because there was a lot of you guys, I do want to say thank you, because a lot of you are just really fucking cool. This, I think, is the best option I have for actually being able to reach out to an audience and actually cater to them with the content I want to make. Because I'm covering like gameplay trailers and gaming trailers and stuff like that. Content that I actually enjoy making. I love games. I love talking about games. I just want to keep talking about games. So this is the perfect medium for me. It's almost like, kind of like a gateway drug, you know? It's a great medium. Like, you know, you got Let's Plays over here and the content, the montages, just all the content that I love and want to make. What's going on here? Fucking tickles. And then over here is where all the audience is. And all the people that, you know, aren't looking for Let's Plays, etc, etc. And then in the middle here is this lovely first impressions / reactions. And that should help me, you know, slowly trickle people over to enjoying my other content. This is the best avenue also without being buried. Because don't get me wrong, right? I understand with the way YouTube works, viewers have absolutely zero reason whatsoever to scroll past the very top search. If you type in, fuck, I don't know, Resident Evil 2 Remake 2 Let's Play, you have no reason to scroll past the top 3. Unless you already have someone specifically that you enjoy watching that's willing to play it. But yeah, YouTube gives you absolutely no reason to go past those top 3. And on release night, there is probably like 300,000 people that are all sat there uploading that first part. And people search the Let's Play because they want to see someone commentate over the game. There is very few reasons for you to look for anyone else. You know what I mean? You'll watch one part and you'll go, I like this guy, that's funny. And then you keep watching them play it. You have no reason to go, I like this guy, I'm going to watch someone else play it as well. And that's why those few followers that we've got so far, or like, you know, all the classic people that have stuck with me all this time, are people that did do that. And it's virtually fucking impossible. Especially at the rate I like editing, and comparing that to the rate of people that would search for that sort of thing, it is virtually impossible in my current state to grow. However, with first impressions / reactions, people want to see several opinions. Maybe you're thinking of buying the game, or, you know, maybe, I don't know, for any reason. That's what makes these so open and possible, and why they get as many views as they do, even on a small channel like mine. Because people will watch multiple of these. You'll find the person you most agree with, or you find the most entertaining. But if you see 30 people upload reacting to Sekiro's trailer, if you're searching for that, if you're sat there going, I want to see someone react to this trailer, you're going to watch a bunch of people react to it. You're probably not going to watch just the one. You've sat down and you've committed to this. You want to see some reactions. And that's the difference. With a Let's Play, you'll search for one. With a reaction, you'll watch multiple. And that just gives this perfect opportunity. I hope you understand my side of the coin here. I'm trying to explain it as well as I can, how this is not a change that's like, this is not a change that's forced on me to gain viewers. This is not a change that's, you know, that makes it sound exactly how I'm not explaining it. I'm not forcing this content. That's what I'm trying to specify. I'm not forcing this content. I am very, very happy to talk passionately about games in reaction form and first impressions, and it's not gonna take any of my schedule away from my main content that I want to make. I'm still creatively fulfilled. I'm still editing the videos I want to edit. I'm just adding in a lot more no filter to the situation. So it's going to be like, instead of games, trailer, games, it's probably going to be like games, trailer. So I'm adding in these little opportunities to trickle a few more people in every now and again. And I hope you understand, it's so hard to make this sound natural. That's the problem that I'm having here, and why I wasn't sure how I'm going to make this video. Because I feel like it's going to sound like it's forced, or it's a decision I'm making to benefit myself. Which it is, because, you know, you make YouTube videos to entertain people, or at least I do. And reaching more people to entertain is the goal. It just, oh, this is hard to explain. But with the channel size we have, I will definitely, once we start growing just a little bit more, I will happily put gameplay back at number 1, and it'll be gameplay, gameplay, trailer. Because it's just at the state we're at, the search engine will bury our gameplay content. It will destroy us. It will bury us 100%. And I understand that. It has no reason not to. But even with a small audience, say even 200 views, even something, what, small, that's small, 200 people, come on. But even 200 people puts us above 90, I'd say 92% of everyone else making that content. Even that amount, because that is a really hard amount to get at the start. I just think about, like, if I put the hours and workflow that I put into making these gameplay videos into no filter, we would probably be booming. And that is what I'm going to try to do for like a week. I want to try it for a week. I want to see our growth. I want to see how many people actually find interest in my other content afterwards. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate like almost a full week workflow towards no filter. That is a snap decision I've made in the middle of this video, if you can't tell. That was not planned. But I've just thought about it, and I want to give it my all just for a little bit. Also, I want to clarify something. Being at the bottom of the barrel, it's not depressing. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't weigh on me at all. I understand this struggle, alright? I'm not putting myself down over this. Don't think of this as I'm expressing entitlement. I'm willing to work. I love editing. I love making videos. I love putting in this grind, as they call it. I always have, and I always will. I'm just simply being realistic, and I'm trying to work with what I've got to get us to a better place. The few dedicated people that I have, which, by the way, I love you guys to the end of the sun. End of the sun, the moon, then back, whatever the fucking saying is. You guys cannot simply carry that big of a voice at our size. You guys have done a lot to spread the word, and you've supported me way beyond anything I ever expected. But this should not be a weight that I put on you. You know what I mean? It should not be up to you if I grow or not. I should give you a reason to share the content. It's not on your shoulders as an audience or following or whatever you want to call it. Subscribers, I don't fucking care. It's not fair for me to strain and press you like that to kind of, you know... It's always good to say, you know, like, comment, share, all that stuff. But at our size and the fact that we're not growing, I feel like the people that are with me now kind of feel a bit hopeless in a way. Because sure, they're enjoying the content I make and stuff like that, but because we're not growing, I feel like they subconsciously know it's kind of weighing on me a little bit. And you should not have to feel like that. I think my only regret from starting YouTube to now, because it's changed over the years, is realizing this little side door that I've just noticed. This little reaction, first impressions kind of little side door. Because YouTube is just an evolving game of cat and mouse. And because when I first started, sorry to interrupt myself, sorry me. When this first started, it was completely possible. I gained 3.5k subs, and I stayed there for 4 years because I made gaming content when it was possible to grow just on your own back, you know, just by making videos. I made killing floor videos with no thumbnail, and they were fucking terrible, but they did the job. And I stayed at if I remember, it was like 3.2 or 3.5k. I stayed there for 4 years until Fortnite. That's more than 4 years. That's nearly 6 years. I stayed there until Fortnite, and then since Fortnite, I got to 7.8 or 9. I don't even know what we're at. I don't check it anymore. But I got 7.8, and it stayed there since Fortnite. I've been in the same 15 sub range for a year and a bit now. And that's because YouTube, you know, knock off the dead subs when their accounts get closed for inactivity. And, you know, I gained some. So it is moving. It is growing ever so slightly. It is wiping out old subs. That was the render finishing. It is wiping out old subs with new subs. But at the same time, you know, I've been in the same 15 sub range. I shit you not. I've been on 7809 or 779, something like that. I've been in that capacity for like 16 months. Going back and forth constantly between these same 15 subs. It's fucking mental. I also feel really comfortable with this change, learning from my past mistakes with the Fortnite and SCP boom. And it also makes me very happy to think about doing these reaction videos of first impressions, because they're like mini reviews. And I love that. The only reason why I never dipped into reviews, even though I want to, I really do, I don't want the responsibility. That's the main thing about it. I don't want to think about someone carrying my opinion and I'm wrong. Like, if I review a game, it's up to me to get it all right. And I don't want that kind of pressure on me. Whereas these mini reviews, I could be like, yeah, you know what? I like the game. It was pretty good. I like this. I like that. I dislike this. I dislike that. Even before I did a Devil May Cry 5 trailer reaction, and I spoke about microtransactions, and immediately people in the comments, I misheard that. I spoke about microtransactions, and everyone was like, no, microtransactions, nothing to worry about. Microtransactions are fine. And even that, I was like, awesome. I got corrected. That's exactly the relationship I want with my community, you know? I want to be okay saying something is wrong, and then you guys telling me, and I'm like, brilliant, thank you. Did not know that. I did that all the way throughout Silent Hill. I was always like, what the hell does this mean? What's that? Is this the thing? And people in the comments all the time be like, no, this is this, that's that. I'm like, brilliant, excellent. Whereas if I did a review, I feel like people would hold my opinions and stuff really credible. And that kind of influence and pressure is no. It's no good for me, because if I end up being wrong or I say something that isn't actually true, I'd hate it. That would just weigh on me forever. I don't want that risk. So I like the first impressions opportunity to be able to just be kind of open with my opinions, and also a mini review, as I said, so people will hopefully not take it too seriously. And I mean, you'll see exactly what I see if it's a first impressions video. That's the point, right? Also, I'm going to kind of predict a question here, but I know one of the first reactions or thoughts might be to this little change and what I've been thinking, my headspace, etc. It might be, have you ever thought that your content is just bad? And I can tell you, I've had many nights thinking about this. Again, not putting myself down, but I've had many nights thinking, wow, do I just make shit content? And I've come to the conclusion, and why comments like that have never affected me, because I've never had mass dislikes or backlash. So I'm convinced that not enough people have seen it to even give me a critical feedback like that. I've never had the opportunity to be like, oh shit, that didn't go down well, don't do that again. So I can't rightfully, logically or otherwise, put myself down, because I've never had an audience even that big to get mass hate. I do not believe that enough people see my videos to even hate them. That's the opportunity I'm trying to grow to. If I even get bigger and people see my content and they go, wow, this is shit, and they do mass dislike it, 100% I'll definitely be like, wow, that was garbage. That was hot, steamy garbage. Let's not do that again. And I know a common opinion among reaction-based channels, which I'm not going towards, it's going to be the same. Like I said, I really feel like this is going to seem really hyperbolic compared to what it actually is. But I always try to bring my headspace into these videos. I try to make these really personal, compared to just like, we're doing a bit of a schedule change, you know? I like to let you know why I've made the decision in my head, how it works, which takes really long because I'm an idiot. But I know a very common reaction will be, you know, reaction channels are really lazy, and it's really, you know, kind of easy content in a way. And I have to completely agree. I remember Jinx and, was his name Blasphemous HD? What a name. But I feel like I've paid my dues here, right? Because unlike those channels, I have spent days editing a specific video for it to get 25 views. I've spent weeks planning a video or let's play or editing. Even I spent weeks on a montage before, and it gets completely buried. So I see an opportunity here, and I'm gonna take it. Believe me, I want to work really hard with the content I make, and I hope that it's visible when I make these reaction trailers, that they don't look like everyone else's. They don't, you know, I don't want to appear as a lazy reaction series. All I can really say is I hope this change doesn't let you down and disappoint you. I believe in myself to make reaction videos entertaining for you, and not as lazy as the other spods in the past. So to wrap up, because this has been a really long one, it's going to take forever to edit this. Brilliant. No Gaming is not going anywhere. I don't think I'm even going to change the schedule up, because No Filter is so easy to slip into the schedule that I really don't think it's going to need heavy adjustment. And also, like I said, this change is also going to take stress off myself, because I don't have to think about doing an entire game to completion. If you don't want to see it, unless it's something I personally want to pursue, like there's an upcoming game that I get really fucking excited about, it's not going to matter. I can just do a first impressions video and see what you think, and then decide whether or not to put time into it. And that's how it should be. So this takes a lot of stress off of me mentally and otherwise. It just lets me get around games quicker, and that's what I really need right now. Because even Resi 2, I'm getting burnt out, and I've only played it like 6 or 7 times. It's burning me out because I know I can only play it when recording. I never touch a game that I want to cover unless I'm recording it, because I want it to be blind, raw and real, which this will be. The next thing is get your requests on games or trailers or anything like that you want me to react or play. Get those down. The top comment will be a link to my request games or trailers, or if you want you can go to the Discord link in the description, You can come post them in there as well. That actually notifies me personally, so that might actually be easier, it depends. And the third and most probably important thing is this is not a change in my personality, or being fake, or pretending, or anything like that. It's just an adjustment in what videos come out in what order. That is it. You were going to get reaction trailers and first impressions video whether I found them this beneficial or not. I am so optimistic about this change, and I promise you fundamentally this will not change anything about the road we're going down. The road we're going down. Because I think about the other YouTubers that I looked up to, like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, who all came up in the indie horror scene. And I wanted to follow in these footsteps as well. I wanted to use that same route. It's tried, tested, you know. It was reliable, and it was enjoyable, and it was ideal. And I have the iron will to commit to making that content, dedicating time to making that content, and just pursuing that. The time editing and just pumping out videos. But it's not a me thing. It's not a me making it and putting it out there. It's the saturation of YouTube itself. That's another hurdle that you have to overcome, is that it's not just me trying to make the content. I've got all the fucking dedication in the world, but YouTube offers no opportunity for the little guy right now. Me. Another example is look at where Felix is now. Built completely on gaming. Doesn't do gaming anymore. Got nothing to do with there not being a gaming audience, he just doesn't see any future in it right now. I'm just happy to adjust for a little curve in the road to get us closer to where we want to be in the end. This was a big one for me. I hope it's not, you know, hope it's not scary or anything, because I'm making it sound like a really big thing when it's kind of not. I guess I'm more nervous because of my past attempts trying to switch it up, because they backfired immensely. But if you have any questions about this change, why I'm making it, anything about what I've learned over the years of doing YouTube, any upcoming whatever, I don't even know, I'm so checked out at this point. Or if you just want to talk to me, I'll be in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, Patreon, Discord, list in the description. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Big laugh again.